listening to PDR Tool Talk, all about PDR stories, tools, and techniques.
For the thousands in attendance, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hey everybody, welcome to PDR Tool Time, and today we got Vince D'Alessandro, myself Daniel Grom, and Mike Toledo, and we're coming from to you from Florida the night after the ending of MTE 2018. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we are in our, what shall I say, where are we at? We're in our room, right?
We're in our suite.
Yeah, at the villa.
At the Caribe Royale, and it's the morning after. How are you feeling there, Vince? Are you feeling like you look?
I feel like I got hit by a truck, and not in a terrible way. I'm not hungover, but I'm just exhausted.
Let me ask you a question. Are my eyes bleeding?
I believe they are.
Mike, how are you feeling?
I've been actually laying low. You guys know I've been trying to lay low the last couple of days because I have a job to do. When I think about work, then the following, I really can't have fun the following day before. You know what I mean? I gotta get my work mode now. I was in MTE mode.
Yeah.
Now I gotta slowly switch over to
Flip the switch.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of booking an appointment for 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, and man, I'm regretting that because I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Yep.
Better sleep on that plane.
The big question is, how was this year's MTE?
I wouldn't say epic, but it was pretty darn good.
You know, the big thing for me is there was a ton of new guys.
Yeah.
A lot of new faces. First of all, attendance was way up. I talked to Kevin Halewood, and he said attendance was way up. There's a lot more detailers here, I think, this year than there has been in previous years. But lots of new faces, lots of new guys. Did you agree?
I definitely do agree.
And everything seemed to run really, really smooth. I didn't hear any problems about the organization for the new people. I think they did a great job, so kudos to them and running a good show. The Dent Olympics,
that was terrible. The dents in those cars in the Dent Olympics, I'm sure people will get online and start complaining about that this year, but it wasn't terrible. They were just terrible dents. Sharp.
They were mean looking, man. They were intimidating dents.
Yeah.
And but I was looking down the thing and then looking down the sides of the cars, and people were killing it this year. Last year, it seemed like I saw a lot more chewed up ones than this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of cars were they doing them on?
They were Camrys, Toyota Camrys, and if you got your dent in a door, that was high-strength steel. So they did do them on the quarter panels. I would have rather worked on a quarter panel than a door. But then there was the Drunk Olympics as well.
Yes, and you can go to our Facebook page to see those antics going on.
Yeah, keep in mind, if you guys are going to bring your car to the Drunk Olympics and offer it up, please understand that you better have insurance on it, because it's the Drunk Olympics. We're not trying to do a good job.
Yeah.
Or maybe some are trying to do a good job. But
yeah, I cracked the paint. I joined the club.
Yeah. There was one fella that was upset that we were adding to the misery of the repairs on there. I thought it was a little bit unjust. I was almost 90% done fixing my dent, and then for shits and giggles, I raked the tool and made a huge high spot.
Yeah. It was fun.
I think again, and we've all said this before. One of the big benefits of being at MTE, it's not just I do this, I do that. It's basically a connection, that you get with these other.
It's the networking.
Yeah,
it's what it's all about.
Friendships.
Yeah. Oh, it is, man. I mean, I meet new people every year. And you know what you said, Danny, before the MTE started, you said one thing that really stuck with me. He said, Mike, I want to hang out with new people. I want to meet new people. You know, not that we are the people we hang out with and see every year isn't great. That's what we look forward to, is seeing those guys again. But you really went out of your way to try to meet new people. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a lot of fun.
We hung out with
some new
Todd.
friendships.
We had Todd Zimmerman a lot too, which we didn't hang out last year.
Yeah, that guy is golden, man. That guy is so cool, and he's just a super nice guy. Chris from BatVac, we got to hang out with him last night. Love that guy.
Ian Cordell.
Ian's core is really super nice, man. He looks scary, like everyone says. He looks really scary, and then he's
a big
super,
dude.
He's super nice. Yeah.
But he's in my neck of the woods, and he's never come over to my shop. So I was bugging him a lot. He's got to come over and hang with me. We'd have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to thank all the listeners out there that actually came up and talked to us. That was overwhelming, the amount of people that said, "I love your podcast. I love all you guys." And
it's the one time we get feedback.
Yeah,
and it was all good. And I was asking people, what do you want to hear? We need suggestions of topics that you want to hear about. So you can do that. Message us on our Facebook page.
A good deal.
Let's talk tools.
Let's talk tools. Okay, so we're at. Hold on. Well, okay, we're gonna talk tools, but there's a lot of giveaways yesterday at the end of the show too, right?
Was there?
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and it was like one of the biggest giveaways. And speaking of the biggest giveaways, I just got a question. You're a black box member, right? Or what is that called? I
pay for my membership. It's one of the things I do for my listeners is I will buy tools so I can report on them and give feedback on. And so I did buy the membership, and I get my black box every month. I've had they ship it out on time and everything, and some of the products in there are good products, and it's definitely worth the $70, especially if you're a new guy. But we came here expecting to.
Hold on, did you win the motorcycle? That's what we're getting at.
Well, I don't know. Nobody called me.
Okay, did they announce a winner at all?
You know what? I don't think they did.
Wasn't that part of the deal? Like
That's
we were
what I
going to
thought.
announce at MTE that they were, and then a huge after party too. There's supposed to be a big, black box member only after party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't get an invite that I know of.
Oh, well.
And I saw the motorcycle driving away on a video.
So what was Dent Technology doing on the other side? I heard he was supposed to be on the normal, like where all the PDR tool companies are at, but he was over at the detail place. So
yeah,
was the motorcycle displaying or anything? I barely had a
Yeah.
chance to even go over there.
Yeah, it was on display. I guess there was a raffle for a potential second bike, because he was taking tickets for some other bike, or taking tickets.
No, I think those tickets were for the bike. The rules changed.
Oh, the rules changed.
So Black Box Mafia got 2 tickets, and you had to. The people that bought only got 1 entry.
Black Box Mafia is automatically entered, you're saying, right? Or
That's
did they
what-
have to pay more?
That's what I've understood.
And it was just for Black Box Mafia members.
Yep. So
if they had 200 people, you had a pretty damn good shot at winning a motorcycle.
Yeah.
That seems legit. But it didn't.
But I didn't get a
happen that way.
motorcycle.
No.
I'm kind of sad.
I guess
about
you
it.
didn't win. Either he
But
announced that you
who
didn't
did?
win.
That's the question.
That's the question. It was
you
supposed
guys
to be announced.
out there, tell us who won.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
The other thing we didn't find out is who won the Dent Olympics.
Oh yeah, we didn't find
You know,
that
we
out,
could.
did we?
We could.
And that wasn't even announced anywhere either.
Yeah, I think it was.
Was it?
Somewhere?
I'll look it up right now.
We'll look it up as we're talking. So, the Friday. Here's another thing. It just if you ask me how was MTE, it was obviously awesome. It was great. It just felt a little different, and I finally figured out why it felt different, because of the days. It was different because of the days. I preferred Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, me too.
Because it just felt like you still had a day left to really catch up, at least a half a day left to catch up, to be at home and then be ready for Monday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be missing Monday. Obviously, it's Monday right now.
Oh, it's Monday now. Yeah.
And we're traveling all day, and then we get home, and then, there's really no time to relax, and you're just, bam, right into the first thing in the morning. So I don't know if they're listening. I don't think they did. The only thing I think about their promotions, I don't think they did a good enough job to let people know that it was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, it was a what am I saying? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See?
Yeah.
I'm still messed up. So it was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event.
Yeah.
And half the people left on Sunday.
Yeah. Education Day was Friday instead of Thursday.
Yeah, so that's what threw everybody off.
Yeah.
Really, really way different.
I think overall the new owners, they did a good job. The signage and everything about the expo was good. Having the second tent area, the pavilion area in the back.
Yeah.
They've never had that before.
No, that was packed. That was full, actually,
Yeah,
too.
that was pretty classy. It was good.
I didn't get a chance to go walking around, but it looked full.
And, I don't know. I noticed a lot more security. I don't know if it was because of all the people that weren't playing nice in the sandbox.
Yeah.
Prior to MTE, and I wonder if detailers had the same drama like Dent guys do.
Well, I'm sure they do. What else I was going to say is, how about Anson and A1 and the booths that are there? I mean, Anson just came stepping up. I mean, it looked like I looked like they were building a house almost there, and like between a Cracker Barrel restaurant and a tool.
Texas barbecue.
Yeah, it's like that. It's kind of like that thing. Very cool.
You wanted to go up there and sit down and have a beer.
No,
there was bacon burnt ends, right, Daniel?
Yeah, bacon burnt ends.
Oh, yeah.
There was two booths he had.
Uh-huh.
He had the main one,
where you could buy tools.
And have somewhat of a display there. There was a TDN cart there. And then the other one was the other TDN cart. There was Ultra, your motorcycle stand setup you had on there, Daniel, right?
Yeah, it was a demo area.
Yeah, that was a demo area. Really cool. A1 Tools, they doubled the size of their booth. They look like they were cranking the whole weekend.
Yeah, Stanliner, man, they look like they sold out almost everything on their wall.
Yeah.
I want to kind of talk about that because
I do too.
I went over to their booth and I got a personal lesson with Senior over there, and he changed my whole perspective on dent removal. And and then I told Mike about it, and he went over and got the same lesson. So tell me what your experience was.
It was very eye-opening.
Yeah, it was profound.
Yeah.
So I watched him. He brings out this tool. He makes a crease on the door, and he slips it in. And I'm watching him move, and he's like, "It's like a dance. It's like a dance." And you don't have to be really strong and forceful, because he's not a big guy. He's a small guy.
Yeah.
And so I watched him, and then I get in there and I tried to do the same movement, and right away he's like, no, you're too rough. You're too rough. And finally he puts his hands over the top of mine so he can guide me. And it's like a gentle rolling dance and gentle movement.
Okay, picture you know how you have that boat swing, that ride?
Yeah.
Okay, but picture instead of people in it, like the boat it's almost like an inverted spoon, like a spoon, you know what I mean? And it's swinging left, right, and you're you're keeping contact on the crease from the top of the spoon to the edge of the spoon. So you're going edge, middle, sliding all the way to the left side of the edge, and then rock it back and forth. And the reason why it works so well is because there is absolutely no stitching. I mean, there's no way you're gonna like take your tools coming off that, making contact of that panel. Like if you have a sharp tool and you're thinking, okay, I need to take a sharp tool and stitch this crease up. I mean, no matter how good you go and slow, there's always some type of stitching there, right? You're like, but with this, it was pushing it out or sliding it out, gliding it out, whatever you want to say, in seconds.
Yeah,
Clean.
it was, and it's effortless.
Clean. Yeah.
I mean, that was the surprising part.
He was telling me, well, if you really want to really dance and ice skate on there, then you put a little silicone on the tool. And you can really, really glide across. So
it was. I mean, I started just laughing from my chest because it was like pure joy. And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh, you get it, you get it."
Yeah.
And I go, "Yeah, I finally get it."
It was kind of embarrassing a little bit because he's over my shoulder, he's around my body, all right. And he's got his hand on my right hand, and he's trying to reach around me, and he's putting his hand on the other. He said, "No, slowly, dance, like rock." And I was like, "Okay, all right, got it." And I got like 25 people behind me just watching me, how he's giving me a lesson on how to do it. But it was very enlightening. It was a great aha moment right there.
And at the beginning of the week, I ended up talking a lot with Bryce Kelly, and he was showing me on the Fender tool, the pirate hook, how he was using that. And I'm not sure I really got it, but now I do get it. But Bryce was able to really explain some techniques and stuff. So I can't wait to get back to the shop and try it.
Me too. And I ordered some, guys. I mean, I bought and I paid, and I ordered some tools, and then I got some tools that I'm waiting to be contacted by Kaz so we can go over the specific tools that I want, but that I already used. I'm not going to buy anything I didn't. This is the deal. I'm not going to buy tools I don't understand how to use. I want to understand how to use it first. So I told him, look, if you can help me understanding how these tools work, I will do reviews on it, because that's the only way these guys are going to buy it, because they need to know how it works. And so I'm excited to show what I've learned over there and put to good use.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I want to say that to the boys over there at PDR College, they put on a really good seminar, and Mike did speak on it, and I told Mike, man, he just did a fantastic job on his talk. So congratulations on that.
Well, thanks. I appreciated the invite from PDR College, from Shane and Keith, and it did. From what I heard, I wasn't there the whole time, but I heard a lot of positive things throughout the show.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I heard a lot of praise for Derek Yost. I heard he was doing a lot of the videoing and kind of organization of that. I don't know if that's true.
That guy
or
was
not.
working hard.
He worked as one guy was saying, did a good job.
People don't understand how hard it is manning a camera. You got to stand up and have total focus the whole time.
Him and his the other guy that was running it. Dude, we're doing the other camera works. I can't remember. I apologize if you're listening. I forgot your name, but excellent job. What else? What else is going on?
So in the tool area, some of the people I thought that were showing on some incredible new products was the big Dent box.
The power
PDR. Power PDR.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always struggle with the name.
There's too many of them out there now.
Right. And this is the thing you've been posting videos about, right, Vince?
Yeah.
And so did you get your hands on that?
I did not. No.
So I got my hands on it, and it was not what I expected. It was way different and very surprising. And it's hard to explain. You got to get one in your hands and freaking try it out. right?
You have to. For years we've overused the word game changer. Everyone comes out with a game changer, but I honestly think this is changing the game of PDR.
Well, hold on. We don't want to scare the hell out of techs. It's still like it's not like it's going to overtake PDR.
No,
it's going
not at all.
It's basically
You have
going
to
to
find
elevate in certain areas.
Yeah,
right?
it still takes specific skills of being able to read a light, read a dent, see the tip,
Sure.
and knocking down.
Yeah, I talked to Dwayne yesterday, and he had body guys coming in there, and they can't find their tip. They're like, well, how does this work? I can't see what I'm doing. Well, you're not a PDR guy. You don't know what to look for.
Yeah. So there's that. There's good stuff. So.
And I think my concern is we're men of integrity, and we know if we're going to shave something off the back of a panel, we're going to recoat it somehow or seal it so the customer is not.
But that's
left
the
with
deal,
exposed
though.
metal. But
there's going to only take one guy to ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, one guy that doesn't recoat it.
Yeah, if you don't recoat it, you're going to screw this whole thing up for everybody. So that's really, really important to put an e-coating right back on there.
Yeah, exactly. So metal etching primer, paint.
But I have to admit, I think I see this being used mainly for hail guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I do too. I mean, one oil can dent or one dent that they can't fix because it's too stretched or it's they can't get it back. Then they have to either settle for push to paint or they have to replace the roof.
Yeah,
But
kick it to the body guy.
Yeah, this is gonna help save that and save so much time, make more money.
Yeah, and it's amazing how fast it works. Amazingly fast.
Yeah.
Fixing dents in 30 seconds, a minute. It's stupid. It's crazy.
Yep. I don't see somebody using this on like a very expensive, like classic car or something like that to do it. I mean, you still technically, because you have to you can't go from one dent to another. You have to sand down literally take the E-coat off of each area where that ding's at, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
It's not like you're gonna go from boom, 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 right? Unless you've already prepped it to do that.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
The one thing I thought the show was mainly kind of almost themed like it was the year of the lights. Every company seemed to have a new light.
Well, let's touch on that a little bit, Daniel, because it seemed like everyone had prototype lights.
That's true. They
weren't finished products.
Yeah. So, but Stuckey's prototype looked like a finished product.
It did. It was beautiful.
Yeah, very sexy. I think it could be one of the better lights that the hail guys are definitely going to.
You talking about the wide light, right?
Yes.
The wide, like 36-inch.
I believe so.
And they've got different lenses to give it a different look.
Yeah.
The fade I'm talking about.
It's got red, blue on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sexy looking.
Yeah.
I thought the lenses were a little bit too close for my taste on the fade part. So, but it still was a prototype, and I like to see it a little bit back. I thought it was a little bit close.
What about his wedges?
Dude, it's a simple thing, but
it works.
I'm excited about having it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It almost looks like a Batman wedge or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's super strong, and my whole thing is being able to use it as a pry bar for taking off panels.
Yeah, it could be used like that too.
I hate when they're not strong enough for that.
But it's one of those things that if you're out there and you're a dent guy and you have an idea for a tool, these tool manufacturers want to hear from you, because to bring something to market, it's a pain in the butt. Not only a pain in the butt, but hours of doing things that take you away from making money on doing dents. And let's face it, you're not going to retire off of coming up with a window wedge or something like that. No. So go and talk to these manufacturers, because they'll listen to you. There were so many manufacturers here that are willing to hear from you guys. So if you have a tool idea, don't be afraid to come up and talk to these guys.
Yeah, just send them a non-compete, and
a non-disclosure
or
agreement,
non-disclosure
NDA.
agreement. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm tired. But for me, I thought I had a great show. I had a lot of fun. Got to connect to a lot of people. I mean, I had people coming up to me about my tank fights and saying, "You're the one reason I came here to see the tank fights." And I ended up selling the one that I had.
We got
who's coming to the door?
Someone's coming to the door.
Vince is going to see who's coming to the door. Well, so, this guy from England, he now lives here in Florida, and he bought the tank vise. But he brought in a couple tanks. He had brought me a Harley half tank and a regular Harley tank, and I showed him how to mount them in person, and he was saying how impressed he was with the whole thing and how easy it was. So that was cool.
That's good. That's good. What's up, man? Who was at the door?
That was housekeeping.
What the hell? Are they trying to kick us out already?
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah, well, they need to relax.
We're supposed to be out at 11.
I know, but why are they calling? What are they,
they always do. If you don't have a dude out in a stirrup thing at the door,
they're like on point, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, we knew you were at the look. We have our own booth, PDR Tool Time, and Dent Trainer, and Vince is selling his mats like crazy, and then you were barely there. You were barely over there. You were so.
No, I was stuck in my booth. I was trying to do demos from at 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I ended up, as soon as I started at 11 o'clock, it didn't stop. Saturday was so freaking busy.
Yeah.
It was, and I couldn't. Everybody just kept on coming up and asking questions. So, yeah, I didn't get to see you guys much.
Well, I mean, we have specials. We were selling Dent Trainer packages. We were selling new website packages, and then we were just selling for the new Mega Media event being held in Anson. If you're still interested, it'll be Tuesday. Obviously, this is dropping. If you're still interested, you can still go on our site, get it for the rest of the week, the specials. If you're interested in the website stuff, what we're doing, stay tuned on that. I don't want to say something exact right now. I don't know what the website is directly because we keep changing the URL. But anyhow, stay tuned for that. Vince, you had some great mats going on.
Yeah, my mat deal is going to continue throughout the end of the week. The show price was $119, and I will do free shipping on the mats as well. So I had tons of feedback, excellent feedback from the guys that have bought it, and a lot of perspectives that want to buy it, but they didn't want to walk around with it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this, go ahead and go on the website. It should be up and running by tomorrow, by the time this drops. And it's $119, normally $137, and free shipping. So it's the same deal you got at the show.
That's awesome.
The one of the things is I was in the demo booth at Anson, and Ultra had a lot of new stuff that he sent. He sent a bunch of new handles that we all got one. It's this new quick release ratcheting handles. What did you think of those?
I love them. I like
know you
it a
do
lot.
because you got that drawer full of all the hexagon head, and that handle's gonna just.
I know. I got so many handles. It's not funny, but I really look forward to using those handles. I think it's just going to be really a benefit to work on a position of that maybe you're kind of kneeling down, crunch it down, and then without having to get up and take the tool out of the door and pop it off and put it in a different position.
Yeah.
So
go to their website, check it out. But they also had that new edge tool. I ended up getting that for Vince, and that looks like a game changer.
Yeah.
For edge tools.
Yeah. It's a beautiful tool. I'm going to check it out and pass it up to Daniel when I'm done with it. Maybe. Actually, he has the big version.
For you.
Just real quick though, because I want to touch base because we're going to have to cut this a little short because we are here in the room and we want to kind of wrap it up as fast as we can. But Kiko had a great accessory.
Yeah, me and you spent the most money there.
I think, yeah, Kiko. I mean,
their hole fixer.
Yeah, their whole fixer that goes on.
We got to play with it last night, and it works great.
Yeah, I want one.
It's the best one on the market, I think.
Absolutely.
Drew's Tools had a new kind of like his little mini version of the pimp stick, which is called the choker. I picked that up.
He's moving into a new warehouse, so we're going to see a lot of new stuff coming from
Yeah,
him in the future.
but next year, I think he's going to be having some hopefully some very unique tools that he's coming out with.
And CarePoint had some fantastic sales, man. They were just
Fire. You're talking about fire sales. It was like
they had $20 tool sale, and these are ratcheting handle tools, German steel.
$20.
I mean, everybody had I mean, it was not hard to see a bunch of guys walk around with a handful of their tools. Fantastic.
And I got a cool little super skinny slide hammer, but it's pretty stout. You know,
Yeah, Edgy
from
Tools
PDR
has some
College.
cool tips. You know, the big thing I see this year is everybody's going to a smaller diameter, and Edgy Tools is coming out with the whole line of I think they're around 3/8.
Yeah.
The stubby tips.
The stubby
Yeah.
tips.
Yeah, those look pretty cool.
And Ultra had a new set of 3/8 tools, so you can stick it in that factory hole, but super strong. So can't wait to use that.
And Black Plague has the new square tabs.
Yep.
So
And I asked him about that. Why square? And the thing is, a square has more square footage, so they hold better. It doesn't mean you're pulling a square. It still pulls a round dent, but because there's more square footage, it has more surface area to grab.
It makes sense because if you have something close to the rail, I always go for their crease tabs because
Well,
that's kind of square. in a way,
it's
you know?
great for edges. And Laka was the one that had the first square. Now you have it in a smooth tab, which is fantastic.
Okay. Well, that kind of wraps up the little tools. I know it was kind of like, but all in all, we had an excellent time as we normally did.
Yeah, stay tuned to our Facebook posts. You know, we're going to be posting videos about testing and all the products. So stay tuned for that and check it out.
I think we could all agree on one tech tip together, and that's next year, get your butts to MTE.
Man, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole time here, I don't miss home. I get homesick when I travel a lot of times, and I certainly miss my family and my wife, and I can't wait to get back. But you're so busy, you don't have time to even think about stuff like that. It just flies by.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everyone for listening and being loyal listeners,
Fans,
and customers,
yeah.
and fans, and all that good stuff. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We do. We absolutely, and we don't want to. We don't take anything for granted. We love what we do. And this is passionate thing, and it was just a great seeing the whole family here all at once.
Yeah.
You know? So
That was great. And
That's
I
it.
need a week of recovery time now.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, we appreciate you listening.
And don't forget to level up your tools.
And join the revolution.